Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's, December the 20th, Thought for the Day. The readings for the day are Job 25 through to 27, Zechariah chapter 2 and 3, and Jude chapter 1. The title of today's thought is The Apple of His Eye. Yesterday we started reading Zechariah. He was a prophet associated with Ezra, chapter 5 verse 1, in the return from captivity to rebuild the temple. First he addressed the Jews in Babylon saying, "Up, escape to Zion, declare the Lord." Chapter 2 verse 7. Then Zechariah is caused to make a fascinating point. For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. Verse 8. This phrase means someone who is special in someone's eyes, usually a father or a mother. For this reason, they are to return to their homeland to rebuild the temple and Jerusalem, and after some problems and pressures, they succeeded. But again, 5 centuries later, the people completely fail again. This time, in a terrible way, they reject and kill their Saviour, God's Son. As a result, Jesus predicted Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Luke 21 verse 24. We live in the dramatic time of the fulfillment of this prediction. It is clear today that the nation has not ceased to be the apple of his eye. What we will find intriguing are the long-range prophecies Zechariah is caused to make of events which are unfolding in our time. We read today in chapter 3 and verse 9, "Declare the Lord of hosts, I will remove the iniquity of the land in a single day." In coming days, we will read many more such predictions. We can see some parallels in God's dealings with Job to his dealings with the nation. Job initially lacked faith and a long-term vision, as the nation did. Job admitted, "The thing that I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me." Chapter 3 verse 25. Israel lost faith. It had no long-term vision. Its people only thought of the blessings of the present, and later the lack of them. This is a lesson for us. Are we doing the same? Look at the parallels. Look at the parable that Jesus told, which you will find in Luke chapter 12 and verse 35 to 48. The final words, as usual, contain the punchline. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required, and from him to whom they entrust much, they will demand the more. God has entrusted his revealed word to us, indeed to the whole world in these final times. For over 3 years Jesus preached in Israel. He said, "If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not have been guilty of sin, but now they have no excuse for their sin." John 15 verse 22. Our final thoughts then come from the end of the reading today of the Epistle of Jude. May our prayer similarly be to him who is able to keep you from stumbling and to present you blameless before the presence of his glory with great joy. Thank you for listening, and remember, whatever you do today, do all to the glory of God, remembering that the antidote to sin is not just not to sin, but to do good. Thank you, and God bless.